Welcome to Set the Record. I'm Malcolm Anthony, all the way from Houston, Texas. We got Cody.
Yes, sir. What it do from the 713?
There it is, man. Subscribe to the show wherever you're watching. YouTube, of course, listening on Spotify, Apple Podcasts. Give us 5 stars. We out here working. It's late. Follow us on TikTok, Instagram, Twitter at Set the Record Pod. Like the Facebook page, Set the Record Podcast. It's the playoffs. We're here to show you. We're here to tell you. We're here to explain what we think, how we feel, and what we've seen so far. Cody, man, we're going to start it from the top, man. Bucks Heat on the Eastern Conference side. What you got, man? How you feel?
Man, I felt like I went on record, not in the podcast, but I said this before. I told my friends, I said, if any of the bottom seed teams has a chance to take on the Bucks, it is the Heat, just because of how they play, the personnel that they have, playoff Jimmy.
Yep.
But I don't know. What Giannis doubtful for game 2. It looks like they might take a 2-0 series lead.
Very possible.
Right? But also, on the other hand, Tyler Hero broke his hand.
Yep. No doubt.
So it's like, they're both going to miss a key piece of their offense because Tyler Hero, for the most part, is their offense, besides playoff Jimmy, of course. But yeah, man, it was a fun game 1. I don't think I've ever seen the Heat put up 130 or however much they put up. But
yeah, no, 130, 117.
Listen, when the Heat put up 130 points on you, this is a team that was nearly dead last in offense this season. You're doing something wrong.
No, absolutely. You are absolutely right. The Miami Heat in offense this year weren't too heavy in the scoring department, but they did what they had to do in this case. On average this season, they only scored 109 points a game. So 130 in a playoff game against the team in the Bucks, who had a guy fighting for Defensive Player of the Year, is pretty impressive for the Heat to put up that many points. Jimmy Butler, playoff Jimmy, showed up. Adebayo showed up. Everybody really who they needed involved was there. And, you're going to look and see on Wednesday when they play again, and we'll see how this turns out. Maybe Giannis plays. Hero, we know ain't going to, ain't going to be in the game. But no, I think we tie the series 1-1. I had the Bucks winning this in 5 going into it.
The same prediction.
But
it might be Bucks 7.
Bucks in 6 or 7.
I think.
You never know, man, because with Giannis hampered, especially with the back. Man, I know back problems, man. Your body hurts. I think Giannis, even at 70%, can carry the Bucks in 6 games. So
right, and the Bucks with Giannis at 70% are better than the Heat without Tyler Hero.
Yeah, exactly. So yeah, you got to look for like a guy like Matt Strus to really show up again in game 2. So we'll see what happens for Miami. So off that, man, we continue down the board there. Celtics, Hawks. Not much of a series there. We got the 2 versus the 7. Boston really putting it on them. First game was last week. We had Saturday night.
Saturday, yeah.
Yeah, Celtics dominated 112-99. I mean,
man,
do you have a chance?
Hey, quick spoiler, all right? There's not a lot of competition in the East right now, at least in this first round. So,
yeah,
we gonna say what we gotta say, but at the end of the day, there's no competition. I originally had Hawks in 5 because I feel like Trae Young could always explode and get you one of those games.
Okay, yeah.
But I mean, Boston is just they're too good, man. I think they're just sweeping it out.
Yeah, I agree. I also had Celtics in 5. Yeah, for sure, because I thought, like you said, Trae can get them one game.
Even this like most recent game they played, Atlanta was up 11, and then it's like at the snap of a finger,
walk them
gone.
down.
It's gone,
dog.
Man.
Boston just be like, we've been here before. We're gonna turn it on. That's what another series I thought would happen. I thought somebody would wake up, but we'll get to that later. The 76ers, another squad, really. You've been awake to them all season.
I've been on them all year.
The Nets of Brooklyn, and Brooklyn, we're proud of them for being here, no doubt, man. Losing KD, losing Kyrie, and still with Mikal Bridges showing out, even even busting a 40 burger isn't enough.
And shout out to Mikal Bridges too, because he's a guy that as soon as he got traded to the Nets, his scoring average jumped up like 28 points per game. Crazy jump. Like you can to see what he can do, right? See what he can do as a number one guy, right? And the Nets, shout out to the Nets, because everyone thought that this team was going to fall out of the playoffs, or at least a play-in team.
Yeah, myself included.
Right, I thought they were going to be a play-in team.
Yeah.
But man, I had a prediction before the series, and that prediction stands. It was Sixers sweep. I think for the Nets to take a game, it's going to take a Mikal 50 burger and somebody else to have 30 at the same time, and it's.
Okay, I had the 76ers in 5. Like you said, the Eastern Conference first round matchup, I felt like
no competition.
Maximum was
There's
5.
one series with competition.
Yeah,
we'll get to that one next.
Yeah, right. Exactly. And and tonight was no series. Tonight was nothing, man. I tell you what, we got Cavs, Knicks. That's what we're smelling around here. And really, look, 4 or 5 seed is usually a tough matchup. Usually, you having a 7-game series at a 4 or 5, man. So really, what are you seeing out of this right now? The stars, who's showing out?
This game, I saw Darius Garland show out. I like his aggressiveness this game. Last game, you could tell. So for the Cavs, right, it was a lot of the players' first time in the playoffs.
Yeah.
And it showed, right? Obviously, Donovan Mitchell he's an experienced veteran in the playoffs. He's Donovan Mitchell. He's going to be Donovan Mitchell. But players like Evan Mobley, Darius Garland, you could kind of see the nerves on them a little bit. Like, that play.
Even the bench wasn't so hot either.
Even at home, like you could tell they were still like a little bit tense. I can't wait for this series to get to the Garden, though.
Man, no, seriously. No, I 100% agree. I think the Garden's going to be super loud. I think a guy like Jalen Brunson is going to play so well at home, and he played so well on the road already. In game 1, 27 points. This last game was today, and it really was not much of a game.
Hey, the Karis LeVert effect, though. He did a good job guarding him.
Yeah, the Cavs tie the series 1-1, 107-90 today. And really a dominant effort, really shutting down the Knicks offensively, shutting them down to 36% from the floor and 24% from 3. A really dominant defensive performance by the Cavs tonight, and really shooting really well, 42% from 3 and almost 50% from the field. So super dominant by the Cavs. And like you said, when you got a guy like Donovan Mitchell, you're going to be in really great shape. That's why the Knicks really wanted him.
Right. That's crazy. I just thought about that.
Oh yeah, right. That's why if the Knicks lose to the Cavs, bro, they only lost to themselves. They should have got Donovan Mitchell.
That's crazy, right? They should have given what they had to give.
Yeah, no. This is your proof. If you lose to this man, it's right there. Writing's right on the wall. But needless to say, the Eastern Conference, this may be the funnest series. I had this one going 6 games. Because this might be the funnest series. Cavs should pull this one out.
I agree.
But we'll see. Like I said, I think Donovan Mitchell's poise should be enough. And let alone, like I said, I think a lot of the guys on the Knicks, they like to go left. And if you can figure that out.
Hey, there's 2 teams that have 2 lefties like that, man.
I get it, but
I mean in the playoffs, like that's kind of crazy. Yeah, there's 2 teams that have 2 lefties, like in the playoffs right now as their main players. That's pretty crazy to think about. But we'll get to the other team later.
Yeah, absolutely.
But yeah, man, I had this series going 7. I still have it going 7 with the Cavs getting the edge. Okay. What I like about this series, what I think makes it so fun, is that these teams match up so well against each other.
Yeah. Oh, seriously.
Exactly. So this can go 7 games. I feel like the Cavs, I think their defensive presence and Donovan Mitchell's playoff experience, is going to give the Cavs the edge. Donovan Mitchell turns into a whole different monster in the playoffs.
Yeah. No, we talk about playoff Jimmy. I think Donovan Mitchell steps up his game, in a similar sense when playoff time comes. And just like a superstar should, he shows out, and man, okay.
The only team he can't step up against. Houston in the playoffs. In the past, had to throw it out there.
Old news. Yes,
Had
yesterday's
to throw it out there. That was Jazz Mitchell.
Yeah.
But
Somebody
all
was
right, man. Moving on to the West, man. We got a little bit more competitive series here. Starting out with the 1-8, of course, Malcolm. What do you think of this series? Timberwolves, Nuggets.
Well, game one was a dud. Game one was a dud, and I honestly, I think the series should be a dud as well. Nuggets should win this in 5.
Easy.
I really think Cat and his supporting cast can take a game. And Cat, he was 1 of 7, I think, from 3. He shot poorly, and the rest of the team followed that suit. Anthony Edwards doesn't seem right still. Very not confident in his shot, maybe.
And what sucks for that is, so his shot's not falling, and the Timberwolves have a presence inside always, like in Rudy Gobert, so he can't really drive it to the basket a lot either.
Right, because Rudy needs a 15-footer, like
At least
a solid 15-foot shot to clear that paint, and that's really the only that's hindering his whole career. That's really why Donovan
it's hindering the team.
Didn't work out, because like I said, he's hard with any offense because he's just a void.
I do not envy the Timberwolves organization at all, bro. You gave up a lot. 4 first-round picks, a whole bunch of valuable role players to get better, to get over that hump, and you're in the same place, actually a worse place
they
than
traded
you were in last season.
To get a center. They have a center
when they already had a center too. I mean, it's ridiculous, man. The Timberwolves they're in some trouble in the next few years. It's
yeah. No,
what do you
really,
think? You think they should trade Cat? You know, if they want to really recover, build around Ant. I don't know. It's not my idea. I've seen the rumors going around though.
No, honestly, truthfully, what you just said, the best thing for them to get the most out of.
And
right?
That sucks that you have to trade your other guy to get your stuff back.
Yeah,
Man.
but if you can get Gobert to shoot a 15-footer, and then you surround Ant with other shooters, I think that could work.
I'm saying, if you build around Ant, you know,
that might be able to play.
Out.
He's got to build that confidence back up.
Maybe trade Gobert, but his value is at an all-time low right now. So you're gonna have to.
Man, you can't get that by.
You're gonna have to get super fleeced, man.
They trade Gobert for Russell Westbrook right now.
Cash considerations.
Yeah, they auction off the man for G League players. Look, you don't see the series. This series ain't going anywhere, right?
No, 5-game series is what I think.
Lakers,
Grizzlies. I'm so upset that Ja got hurt, man.
Look, all right. So we didn't talk about this in the first block. The Eastern Conference side. Giannis got hurt by a defender moving in to take a charge, right?
Oh, this is what we're gonna talk about. Okay.
No, but this is the same thing that happens to Ja, right?
Okay. Yeah.
Is this something the NBA should work to outlaw next season?
No, it's already hard enough to play defense as it is.
But don't you think if okay. Instead of trying to take the charge, why don't you just go for the block? Like, if you're in a position, so instead of going to take the charge, go for the block. At least make it contest, so you're contesting the shot rather than getting in the way of the shooter.
See, but that's the thing though. Not every charge drawn is around the basket vicinity. Sometimes someone's going 50 miles per hour down the court.
Yeah, but those charges
and they can't stop. You know.
I think they're talking about this is like an off defender getting that shot. So it wasn't.
I feel like that's the point of the restricted area though. Like the point is you're far enough from the basket to where he's not gonna crash into And also, no, this is John Morant's fault because he tries to jump over everybody he sees.
I know, but
I don't care. I have no sympathy for that. Okay,
I'm not saying this isn't a little.
If someone's standing right there and he's 7 feet tall, I'm not gonna try to clear him.
He's trying to yam on everybody. He's trying to insult your mother when he's
I'm going around him, if anything, bro. Listen, if you're gonna stand right there and hold your nuts and not move, because you can't move when you're trying to take a charge, I'm going around you. Sometimes it's their own players' faults. All right.
No, I don't disagree a little bit, but I'm just saying it happened to 2 players same weekend, 2 superstar players. It doesn't look good for the NBA in the playoffs to have their best players down.
I get
I'm
it.
just saying,
Okay,
moving forward, just like when Kawhi got hurt, when Zaza's ass stepped under him, they changed the rules. You know what I mean?
right.
Like this is, I'm be honest. I think they're gonna change the rules, whether I
But
like it or not. I think the rules change.
the other point too is like, who's gonna block Giannis? Okay,
Nobody, but
so what's
at
the next
least-
best option?
at least someone goes up to contest it rather than just stand in his way. Because now that guy can get hurt and Giannis can get hurt because how do you fall? I mean, especially when you have the ball, I don't know. I think in some of those instances, it's hard to learn how to fall properly. I don't know. I see it both ways.
I mean, I feel like
I love defense. That's my
exactly,
one of my
exactly.
things to play. It's hard for me to say I can't go do my job now. It makes it impossible for the defender anymore. I mean, that's the offense. That's where we live in the NBA. That's why That's why Miami scores 130, dog. You know what I mean?
Right, and that's the thing. Like, I feel like if they remove the charge, you're just effectively killing defense, because every year they add a new rule that makes it harder to play defense and easier to score. And I get why, because offense sells tickets. You know, people want to see the offense.
Yeah.
But it gets to a point where it's
watered
too much
down.
offense now. You know, like we have like 8 people averaging 30 this year. You know,
Well, that's
3
watering
years
down.
ago, if you averaged 30, you were in an elite class. You were like right here. You know, it's
No,
just
that's what I mean. Yeah, you've watered it down the product. Everybody shouldn't be able to do that. You know, yeah. Shout out to H2O. No, for sure, man. The more we see the injury happen, the more we worry. So, but either way, Memphis Lakers. It's not how you saw it going. Clearly, look, you know how I saw. You know what I saw.
Yeah.
I'm a Kobe guy. I love these Lakers. I think Rob Pelinka did a fantastic job fixing what the roster didn't have before. I said Lakers in 6 before the series started. I've got that now. Still, I think the Grizz can still win a game 2 even without Ja. I mean, they've proved that in the last 2 seasons.
Yep. But you know what? Last season they didn't have Ja in the playoffs either. And they did one. Okay, they won a game, so they went against the current or the champions of that year, right? Without Ja Morant, and they took a game, right? Yeah. So that team is still dangerous, but yeah. I mean, at the end of the day, when it comes to the playoffs, you need your best player on the court at all times, regardless.
He had 7 blocks, man. When AD is altering 20 shots and LeBron didn't even have a good basketball game, you're gonna be in a shit ton of trouble.
Well, my original pick was Grizzlies in 6. Now it's Lakers in 7, I think, just based off how everything's gonna go. Because I still think the Grizzlies can take a game. There's a chance that they come out, because always, they have always one game without Ja in the playoffs where they'll take the game, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
So if they can hold it down for Ja right now, and then Ja comes back game 3, we can potentially see the back and forth we were talking about. But if it goes to game 7, I don't see LeBron losing.
I ask you this: if Ja plays tomorrow and the Grizzlies lose, if they go down 0-2, playing both games at home, going to LA 0-2, you think they come back to Memphis?
Nah. I think if they go down 0-2, actually they might come down. They might come back once, right? Because I don't think the Grizzlies are gonna get swept like that. But also, if Ja plays, I feel like he might hurt the team too much because he's going to be playing on a hurt hand. He won't be the same Ja. So I think, it just might be better. I know you need Ja, but they're still good without him.
I think backup is just fine. His backup is just fine.
Tyus Jones is very good. He can be a starting point guard.
He should be. I mean, his assist turnover ratio is fantastic.
One of the best.
I think it has been the best for like the past 4 seasons.
Mm-hmm.
The dude's 3-point percentage is spot on for a point guard. I'm actually really impressed with Tyus. I'd like him to get more minutes somewhere. But anyways,
here's his chance.
The Lakers, they look good. Really, they looked really good in game 1. 128-112 over the Grizzlies. Hachimura, 29 points. That was really the story of the game. I mean, they had 4 Lakers get 20 points. Reeves, AD, Braun, and Hachimura. So huge game. So I actually think the Lakers are going to go up 2-0 and I'm not sure. I'm not sure it goes 6, but I think it still can.
It's situational, man. At the end of the day.
No, for sure, for sure.
But yeah, man. Hey, moving on to the game that's going on right now. 59-59 coming out of half.
Yep.
Suns, Clippers currently playing. Scott Foster officiating.
Yep.
Chris Paul on a 13-game losing streak with Scott Foster officiating. I think the Clippers are going to go up 2-0.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, on paper, it would certainly seem like the Clippers are going to go up 2-0. And truthfully, Chris Paul against Scott Foster is 2-17. And you said 13 straight losses, looking to avoid a 14th tonight. And it didn't start off well. I tell you, Kawhi, I told you he's a robot. I think I sent you a text because I'm watching the game, and dude he drains a three, defender in his grill, steals the ball from KD, dunks in his fucking face. Like dog, he's a machine. And he's so effing strong. It's incredible. I don't think I've ever seen a guard so physically strong. Look, Clippers. Thanks to Russ. Game.
That was crazy. Shooting 3 for 19, but making the game-winning play. Only Russell Westbrook could do that.
Oh,
Nobody else can do that. It's a Russell Westbrook exclusive.
Yeah, that's the most Russell Westbrook thing in the world. To shoot horribly. To his plus minus actually in the game, he was minus 5 or something like that in the game. And still yet, he made the game-winning plays.
Crazy.
Down the stretch to make them. It's incredible. Clippers, 115-110 over said Suns and KD. Look, I felt like KD was too passive in this game. I felt like they didn't get enough out of Chris Paul in this game, in game 1. And
I mean, what can you expect from Chris Paul at this point?
Look, I need more. I need more than 7 points. The man, he almost got a triple-double. He needs to give them 15 points. Just give me John Stockton, you know what I mean? Numbers. Jason Kidd numbers, you know what I mean? The minor triple-double. Even tonight, like I said, I haven't seen nothing. I ain't seen nothing out of Chris Paul tonight. It's been all KD and all Kawhi Leonard. So I don't know. Like I said, I only got to watch, the first half until we started, throwing down the record right now. So,
that work for y'all, man.
I gotta get those
going, man, for real. But yeah, it's really tough to tell the series because on paper the Suns are the better team and they're the favorites to go to the finals.
Big time.
But if they start down 0-2, all the Clippers need is 2 more.
Yeah, no, and at that
point, it's a race. Can the Suns get 4 before the Clippers get 2? And I don't care how good of a team you are, you never want to be in that contest. You never want to be on the opposite side of that. And 90%, I think it's 90% is a statistic. Most of the time, when the team starts 2-0 in a series, they win the series.
Yeah, that's usually right.
It's a tough recovery.
Unless Doc Rivers is on the other side,
You know what? Never mind.
You know what I'm saying?
All the Suns need to do is win 1, go down 3-1, and that's a guaranteed dub. But nah. I feel like this series is probably gonna go 7 at this point.
Yeah.
And when it goes 7, anything can happen. I don't want to make an official prediction because I will because it's part of the job.
Right, man.
You know what? I'm on my hater pick. I'm taking the Clippers.
Wow.
I'm not a Suns fan.
No, I'm not a Suns fan either. And truthfully, this team, when they formed together, I said from the very beginning they have no excuses.
Oh, you know what? You're right. And you know what? Actually, the Suns' depth is going to be what gets them if they lose this series. They don't have any depth whatsoever.
Said the same thing. And that I still say no excuses because they have to play those 4 guys 40 minutes a game.
Yep.
Get wins. And Chris ain't capable. Kevin ain't capable of that. They're going to break. It's ain't gonna work. They're supposed to make it work. It's not gonna work. But I still, in this series, have Suns in 6. That's what I said before. I got to stand by that right now. After, we'll make an assessment after game 2 tonight. What we kind of think that what may happen. And we're wrong in predictions sometimes, and that's part of the job. But
no one shoots 100%.
Yeah, shoot, man. Yeah, nobody, not even Steph Curry. So
he actually misses more than he takes. So
speaking of Steph Curry,
oh,
could not hit the game tying 3 to send it to overtime, right?
Coke artist. I'm a hater.
I wouldn't go that far. I definitely would.
I'm just a hater, bro. I'm a Rockets fan. It's in the
finals
description.
MVP, 2 times MVP of the season, 1 time unanimous. Come on, man. What are we doing?
Could have been Shaq.
Look, Steph Curry has no chance. No. Look. I actually had the Warriors pulling out this series in 7 over the Kings. I said it'd be in 7. And I actually think everybody's going to win a home game until game 7.
And that's and that's where I can agree with you, because I feel like the Kings will. I thought it was going to be Kings in 6. That's my pick, and I'm standing by that pick, right?
You should. They look really good.
If it goes to game 7, also I've been advocating for the Kings all year. I'm not going to switch up on them now. I'm not going to doubt the best offense of the league. Right. But if it goes game 7, road game or not, I don't see the Warriors losing. I don't see Steph Curry and Klay Thompson losing.
Yeah, no. In a game 7, I think their championship medal shows out, and I think the only thing
experience.
I think
they've been there.
I think the nerves. Only person I have super faith in, truthfully, is De'Aaron Fox down the stretch of any game. He proved that this season. Obviously, we'll talk about that here in a moment as well.
Oh, yeah.
But no, the Kings look phenomenal through 2 games. I was super impressed, really. Like, no cap. I think the game last night proved they're no joke. Like, I thought game 1 they could have lost. The Steph Curry, Klay, they both had opportunities to take the game away, and they didn't. And in game 2, Wiggins missed that corner 3 to tie the game or take the lead. And that was really the swing. And then the Kings went down there and just fucking ran down their throat. And that was the end of the game to me.
Yep.
And it was impressive to me that the Kings followed through. I mean, the crowd was crazy. They were so loud. They were disruptive. It was awesome. I was really impressed with the way the Kings held together, though. Really, you've been riding them all year. Is it?
Mm. Hey, that corner is haunting Andrew Wiggins. The first game he missed the game winner. The second game he went off the side of the backboard.
Bad. I mean, dude, I was like, oh, Wiggins. And they need Wiggins to make threes.
And
because he's got to spread the floor, because when he's taking that shot and at least at 40% making it, he can pump fake and drive to the basket. So like I said, I think that team, they need Wiggins to do a little bit more. Man, so we got one squad left, right?
Do we? Who do we not talk about? I feel like we talked about everyone.
Did we talk about everybody? Oh, okay.
Yeah, the Kings. But real quick, the player I'm really impressed by, and I saw this in game 2, is Davion Mitchell.
Oh no,
huge down the stretch. Didn't play as much in game 1, Well,
they figured out the cheat code, because defensively he doesn't need to score.
He was scoring though. He hit the dagger in the souls of the Warriors.
Anything extra he gives you is great, because he's fast enough to cover, at least to bother Steph. And man, he's huge. I loved him at Baylor. I think
he's small, but he's huge.
He's a gem. No, because he's strong.
Mm-hmm.
He's a small, strong guard. Like I said, I think he's a fantastic.
Like Lou Dort, right?
Like Lou freaking Dort, bro. Yeah, like Lou Dort. Yeah,
but yeah, man. But this is the thing that happens to the Warriors, right? On the road specifically, where they're in close games and something happens that just sinks a dagger in their hearts. And game 2, it just so happened to be Davion Mitchell hitting the 3, the player that who you trust most to leave open, right, down the stretch, and he delivered.
Yeah, no, absolutely.
That's why I feel like he was the MVP for game 2.
Second year, right? Second year?
Maybe third.
Okay, yeah, man, like I said, super impressed. I think, like I said,
how long has Halliburton been in the league? They're drafted in the same class.
Yeah, don't ask me that.
Yeah. 3.
Them
Three.
drafts,
30
man,
years,
they
30 years.
all flow together after a while. But look, so like, okay, so we got some guys this year, NBA awards. We're gonna shout out, right?
Right. The official
Yeah.
ones so far.
The official ones, yeah, absolutely have occurred. And in defensive player of the year, I think we'll just start right there. We both thought Triple J,
JJJ.
was gonna get it.
Easy
Right.
one. So far, we're spot on with our personal pick so far. I haven't missed yet. But
Yeah,
we one of
No,
us
right.
is down to miss with six man or most improved. But
yeah.
so far we both 3 for 3.
Yeah, no, absolutely. So far, so good there. But no, really, I think it's neat because tomorrow they're going to drop Coach of the Year. And then
Did that one not drop? I thought it did drop.
19th officially.
Oh, okay.
But rumors.
Oh, I saw the report, the
Yeah,
official voting count. Okay.
Yeah, and right now the report is, well, who's it having right now? Good Lord, I got to scroll and scroll.
Was it not Mike Brown?
Okay, yeah, Mike Brown, of
Yeah.
course, Coach Dagnall, OKC, and Missoula with Boston. And I like all three of those. Those are all three great. We know it, like the damn beam is going to get the coach of the year. Mike Brown deserves it, man. And truthfully, I think that's another secret weapon they have with the Kings because he was the D coordinator for the Warriors. Just
Exactly, and he comes from the Warriors coaching tree, so he knows how the Warriors coach too.
internally, he literally knows.
He was there. He's the inside man.
So no, it's very helpful to have a guy like that. So
Awesome.
yeah, so 420, we get another award drop, and that'll be Sixth Man. And I thought that was a fun one too because I think the guys up for Sixth Man, I really wasn't. I guess I wasn't exactly sure.
That one could really go either way.
Yeah, it was Brogdon, Portis, Emmanuel Quickly, right?
Okay.
And I think I chose Brogdon on that one.
And I chose quickly.
So yeah, and that one we'll see how it plays out. But no, I'm impressed with the way the NBA
Or was it? I think it was quickly, or was it Grimes? It was the Knicks. I took the Knicks player.
How it's gonna shake out though, but man, yeah, no, it's awesome this time of year. We'll wait for the MVP. That won't drop to probably till May.
And clutch player of the year dropped today. Shout out De'Aaron Fox.
Yeah, no,
Proving it in the playoffs.
Yeah. Oh man, unstoppable in the fourth. And I think the thing that gets De'Aaron Fox is he's so damn fast, man. He's so fast.
Yeah,
He
man.
makes fast
He's
people look not fast.
right. And also, you know what? Now I just thought about this. Just remembered we mentioned coach of the year a little bit. Speaking of coaching, other report: Ime Udoka on Wednesday officially interviewing for the Rockets head coaching position. So the plot thickens. The plot thickens, man. I've been saying that's the dream. That's the coach, and if he's getting an interview, that means he probably has some interest too.
Hey, no doubt about it. You don't just show up for nothing.
Mm-hmm.
All right, man. That's a good note to leave it on right there. That set the record. Thanks for watching. Thanks for listening. I'm Malcolm Anthony. That's Cody.
Yes, sir.
Subscribe to the show, obviously, wherever you listen or watch. Meditate. Make it go away.
You're